Hey guys, this is Iggy Dash. This is part 3 of my Ranger build. I'm going to talk about pets, rotation, consumables, and some variations that you could use. Alright, let's talk about pets real quick. Alright, for pets, I really like these lash-tail devourers, or whip-tail devourers. Both, actually. The devourers, I really like them. They are the best ranged damage that you can do. You want to keep your pet at ranged because they are very frail, and all kinds of AoEs will knock them out. So if you have them at ranged, there's more chance of them not dying. Okay, another one that's fairly good to use would be the spiders. This juvenile jungle spider is actually very good for crowd control. It'll keep people from coming at you no matter what, with their auto attacks, cripple, paralyzing venom, stuns, and immobilizes, and does all kinds of crazy stuff. But let's talk about the must-haves for pets. I run the 2 lash tails. The 2 devourers. Lashtail is much better than Whiptail. Not by a lot, but bleed is better than poison, so rending barbs is better. I use both of those. Other pets that you want to have close by in your inventory is juvenile brown bear. If you find yourself getting a lot of conditions in a particular boss fight, what comes to mind is probably the boss fight in Twilight Arbor, where the guy just hits you with all kinds of stuff if you don't run around him. A lot of bleeding. This is where the brown bear would come in handy. It'll help your whole party stay free of conditions, and you won't need any more condition that removal from the brown bear and your healing spring. You won't need anything else. Also, the cats. The cats are very, very good. Your jungle stalker is one of the better ones, because even if it's die, it already gave you mighty roar, which gives you a lot of might. So if you use your jungle stalker, I'll use it for mighty roar. Again, the stalkers are really good because they have a lot of precision. You can tell these guys have a lot of toughness. The lash tails, or the devourers. What are these guys? Yeah, the devourers have a lot of toughness. The stalkers actually have a lot of precision, so they crit a lot more. So that's where you would use the trait in which the pets do 30 more damage when they crit. That's when you would use it. Other than that, you won't really need any of the other pets. I plan on collecting them all because I'm a completionist. By the way, this is Chicken Chaser, and this one is Baby Snatcher. So they like to hurt small animals and babies. Just to let you know that. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at our consumables. I'm still using Omnom Berry Pies. They nerfed it. I don't get as much health back, but the health I do get back is vital to my survival, and I'm getting a ton of precision, so I'm still using it. So if I put that on along with my maintenance oil, I end up at 79% crit. When I get Fury, that equals 99% crit. That is a ridiculous amount of crit. I love it. That's what I like to use. Alright, first let's start off by showing you guys the longbow and the range on it. And the range is right there. So our attacks are hitting quite hard. And they just die. They melt. Alright, let's talk about short bows and how we go about killing mobs. Let's just finish this one off. Again, you can see that it's hitting hard and very, very quickly and stacking bleeds. First, let's show you opening strike. When you hit it, bam, you get 10 stacks of vulnerability right away. And some bleeding to be hitting from the side. I mean, they just melt. Alright? If you want them to melt even quicker, what I usually do is I go ahead and use my pet skill. So I start attacking, use my pet skill. As soon as my pet finishes doing the skill, I can switch it with the other pet and I immediately get... they die too fast. Alright. This is on a 14-second cooldown, or a 15-second cooldown, sorry. So every 15 seconds you get 2 seconds of quickness. And I'm going to show you that right now, just how fast you can melt faces with quickness. I'm going to start attacking it. Switch. Yeah, it hurts them a lot. So you can tell these guys can't even get to me. If they do, I can just stun them and they're dead. You notice how the stun didn't interrupt my auto attacks. That's why skill 5 is very useful to use, and so is skill 4. It won't interrupt my auto attacks either. So I'm hitting it, I crippled it, and I'm still hitting it. The difference between that and my skill 2 and my skill 3 is that my skill 2 and my skill 3 actually stop me from auto attacking. When I use skill 2, I stop for a second to shoot those shots. When I use my skill 3, I stop for a second to use that. So it's actually a DPS loss. Alright, let's do our... well, the mob that I kill in every fight. Let's see how fast we can actually kill this veteran recent giant. Let's go ahead and use Rampage as 1. And Frenzy. Let me get to the side of this guy, see if I can do some damage to it. Okay, in 7 seconds I can actually get more swiftness. I oh, I didn't make it in time. I killed my guy. It's okay. Now it's on a 58 seconds, but by that time this guy will be dead. Again, you can tell that it didn't even touch me. And I mean, it killed my pet. I could have saved it. I didn't really need to, because I knew he was gonna be dead by the time I'm gonna need another pet again. But I mean, the pet tanked the guy with all the worms and stuff in there. So I mean, I'm really starting to like the ranger. At first I wasn't really sold on it, and I still like my warrior. But the more and more I play my warrior, it's like, wow. I mean, Guild Wars 2 was really designed to not be in melee, because it hurts a lot to be in melee. So I'm really starting to enjoy my ranger and the range it kind of gives me. And other than my warrior, the ranger is the highest damage toon I have. They do crazy amounts of damage, especially with all the quickness that you can get. Again, this is with absolutely no might. So when you see my warrior build and you see me doing 2k, 3k crits plus that 10k crit on my ultimate ability, that's because I have stacks of might, lots of stacks of might. You know, in a dungeon situation you are gonna have stacks of might, so this is gonna be a lot more powerful than we've seen here, and it's quite scary to look at up close. Well, that's it, guys. If you have any questions, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends about me. My name is Iggy Dash, and I'll catch you guys later.